Throughout this series, a lot of folks have been asking, you have to talk to Michael DeRosier about Orion the Hunter, a band he shared with some former Boston guys, which we'll talk about, and the group Alias, which came out of Sheriff. That and more coming up. Orion the Hunter. Many people wanted me to ask you about how did I've got Fran on the I'm on the key for him to talk to him. Barry Goudreau, I just talked to a little while ago because of his last album. But how did that happen?
With Orion, I think that was what we had done some dates with Boston, and so I knew Barry a little bit. When something was going on with Boston, I guess Tom didn't want to tour or something. Barry wanted to keep out there. He wanted to keep it going, and so he decided to just put his own thing together. He talked to a guy from CBS Records or somebody that I had met. I had met this guy a few times. He had come out when Hart was in the studio, and he just kind of see what we were working on and stuff. So Barry, I guess this guy from the record company and Barry were talking, and they just, because Barry knew me, he said, let's give Mike a call and see what he's up to. So that's I can't remember if Lenny or if Barry called me. I can't remember exactly how it happened, but yeah.
Did you get to know Brad when you a little bit when you toured with him?
Sure, yeah. He did some harmonies, overdub stuff with Fran, and he was around a fair amount. A great guy, and just, I mean, the vocals stuff that he did, geez, I can't. Yeah.
I asked because we're doing I've gotten so many quotes from people when I ask them about, vocalists of his ilk, and he always comes up. And that was a tough one for me when he passed. That was, and especially the way it happened. But when you lose, we always think you guys are going to live forever. It's that thing of going, you're on stage, you're taller than everyone else, you're bigger, you're supposed to last forever. But, people forget that, you go to the bathroom too. And
yeah.
Alias, like how, so that was Roger's project.
No, it was Richard Marx's manager, also managed some other bands, and he had been managing or was going to manage Freddie Kirchie, the guy that was in Sheriff.
Yeah.
Group. I don't know if you remember Sheriff.
Of course. Being a Canadian radio announcer, you can't get away from Sheriff. Yeah. But that was after they had their comeback hit that started in LA there, When I'm With You. So wasn't that a result of that, because he was all of a sudden popular or known in the US? Or
the weird story behind that, they had the band Sheriff. The band broke up, and somebody in Denver or something started playing.
Oh, was it? Okay.
So the song became a hit. I think it was #1. Yeah. And there was no band. So some time goes by, and Alan Kovac, I think it was the guy that was, they had connected with him somehow, Freddie from Sheriff. And because I played with Richard, he got a hold of me and said, hey, do you know anybody else that might want to be in this project? So grabbed Steve Fossen and Roger Fisher, and we had a band.
Yeah, 2 hits.
So that's yeah, it was a good band. It was a fun band. A lot of strip clubs, a lot of record company parties.
By the way, another question I ask everyone, because I'm 62 and I've been, like I said, I've been in radio 40 years, but I'm only hitting my stride on YouTube. I mean, we're going to reach 100,000 subscribers in about a month. It's a living, I still do my radio show in Vancouver, but there's something in me This is one of those man-to-man questions. There's something in me that started looking at the clock a little bit more. I started going, oh, I've still got a lot of, because I love it when an artist says, well, I think my best years are ahead of me. And I'm going, that's the best freaking attitude you can have. How do you look at the big scheme of things? I mean, when you're out there working, you still enjoying it? Are you watching the clock? Are you staying healthy? Like that kind of stuff.
It's well, man, you got about 4 hours to get into that. I'm telling you, it does get tough in some ways. I've got some issues. I mean, I've got a kind of it's a thing I've had since birth. The heart, I have it's called atrial fibrillation, the full name, and I've had that for a number of years, and it gets in my way sometimes, and it's gonna, over time, it's gonna be in my face more and more often, probably. And I try to do, I've always exercised, I've always lifted weights or do something like ride a bike or just walk a bunch. I've never really been into jogging. I jog for about 30 seconds and I'm looking at my, I can't do it. But, and I try to eat good. I try to eat really clean when I'm at home.
Well, you look healthy. And you look younger than me, so I don't know what the heck you're doing. The hell. I hope you really enjoyed that. I want to address the fact that it looks like I have a black eye, but I just got a big mole removed from the top of my eye. And then a secondary one over here. So it looks like I've been in a bad bar fight. The doctor was very kind, and it doesn't hurt. If you want to support the channel, remember the 2 Ps, Patreon and PayPal. If you join our Patreon, you'll get early access to all our videos. And if you simply want to make a donation, you can make one right now. The links are at the top of the description on PayPal. Buy a t-shirt, subscribe to the channel, like our videos, and of course, comment on them as well, and share them on social media. We'd appreciate that.